What if I told you that what is standing between you and thousands of dollars in your pocket? If your credit score is stuck below 50, we need to talk. You are paying massive bad credit on car loans, mortgages, and even insurance. But there's a good news. You can absolutely shock your credit score and jump it up by like 100 points or better in the next 30 to 90 days. You do not need to have a financial advisor, and you do not need to have thousands of dollars. These are some steps that I've taken. I want to come on here and go over some of the outlines that I've done. So you just need to know how to hack the credit score system. In this video, I'm going to break down a step-by-step fast-track blueprint to explosive credit scores growth. We are going to cover 3 instant 30-day wins, 3 of them, 3 powerful my-turn boosts, and 2 tricks, 2 critical mistakes that absolutely tank your score if you aren't careful. Stick around, because by the end of this video, I'm going to do a breakdown and you have an exact checklist on how to fix your credit score fast, the same way that I did. And there's some other hacks, so I'm going to do some more videos about this, or some other hacks that we can do, right? So picture this. You got the FICO score pie chart. You got your payment history, which they scored about 35%. You got your credit utilization, which they score about 30%. You got your length of history, which is about 15%. Then you have new credit, which stands about 10%, and credit mix, which is about 10%. Now, before we jump into these hacks, we have to look at a scoreboard. Credit scores bureaus are like, what we got? Experian, we got TransUnion, we got Equifax. They use a specific formula when they judge you, and those are some of the formulas that we just ran over. If you want to jump your score by 100 points, you cannot waste time, right? You cannot waste time tinker with like minor details as such, but you have to attack it as a heavyweight. You have to be really determined to fix your credit scores and be able to look at the charts and look at your credit scores and be able to fix it. So payment history makes up about 35% of your credit score, right? Behind the credit utilization, which is about 30%. Together, these 2 categories dictate nearly 2/3 of your entire score. So if you have a lower score in the range now below 650 or so, it usually means that it's temporary in one of these 2 areas. So you got a maxed out credit card or a missed payment. And those are some things that I had to find out through going through my what you call like a credit report. You can get your free credit report yearly. I think freecreditreport.com does it, and a few other places, Experian, and a lot of other places. I'll probably put a link in the description to explain or to go over some of those other websites or platforms that you can get your free credit report. So because these categories carry so much weight, fixing them is a result in the fastest way. Most dramatic point spikes. Let's start with things you can do in exactly 3 to 4 weeks, and so you can see results in the next 30 days or less. So phase one is about immediate manipulation, right? And this is not financial advisor or nothing like that. I'm not your financial advisor or anything. These are some steps that I take to increase my credit scores. So phase 1 is about immediate manipulation of the 30% utilization category. Strategy number 1 is to pay down balances strategically using the statement closing date tricks. And if you don't have the money, I have some ways how you can get money, or you can earn money online. I discussed it in other videos. I'll probably put some of them in the description. But you get some extra money. Maybe you can get an extra $30, $40 a month. What you would do, $50 a month, or anything like that. What you would do, you put that towards a credit card or something like that, where you can knock down the credit utilization before the closing date. That's the closing date trick, right? Before the statement closing date trick. After that, most people think that like just need to pay their bills on time or right before the due date. If you pay it before the closing date, it gives you a plus. That keeps you safe from late fees, but it does not help your credit scores. Credit card companies report your balances to the bureau on your statement closing date. That's better to pay it before the closing date, because I said credit card companies report their balances to the bureau on your closing statement date, which is usually 3 to 4 weeks before your due date. If you max out your credit card and wait until the due date to pay it, the bureau already saw the 100% utilization rate. You need to log in to your app, find your statement closing date, or you can even look at your statement if you get it in the mail and pay that balance down before the date. Even if you just have a little money to put towards it, go ahead and pay it down. Keep your utilization under 30%, but if you want, what up, man? Keep it above under 30%, but if you want like a big score or a big jump it and aim for about under 10%. That'd be good. So if you have a credit card that's 1,000, you want it to have it like under 100. All right. So strategy number 2 is credit limit increase hack. Call up your credit card issuer or log into your portal, right, and request a higher credit limit. Tell them your income has stayed steady or increased. If they boost your limit by like 2,000 or 4,000 and you keep your spending at 500, your utilization stands drop from 25% down to 12.5%. Your score goes up and it didn't have to spend a single dime. That's a tough one right there. But you got to make sure you be on point. You got to make sure, like, show some, like, the history of, like, okay, you paid it off one time real quick, then you call them up and you get that increase. So just make sure you ask for it. It requires a hard inquiry. You don't want a soft pull, you want a hard inquiry. But if you're going after a major purchase or something like that, you don't want to do a hard inquiry on your credit report. So strategy number 3 is to dispute credit report errors, and that's something that I'm learning. And once I get some of these strategies down pat, I'm gonna come back on here and do a video on that in regards to outlining how you can dispute the credit report, because that's some steps I have to go right now. If you saw a live I talked about how like you're getting caught up with the banks, and how some banks you might get scammed or hacked, and then they pause your account, and then maybe you have a payment due, but you can't really make the payment because because your bank account is frozen right now. So we're going to talk about that in another video. If you want to check out the live, I'll probably put it right here, so check it out, or I'll probably put it in the description. So search for anything that's wrong: a late payment that was actually on time, an account you don't recognize, file a dispute online directly. If you don't see the payment that you actually did, a payment that actually on time, or any accounts like that, file a dispute online directly with Equifax. You got Experian, you got TransUnion. They have 30 to 45 days to investigate. If the creditor cannot prove the mistake, then the bureau legally must wipe it off of your credit report. Now you have to have the right kind of tactics. I never really tried doing it online, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I spoke to somebody at a bank and they said it's best to either call them up or do it online. It's faster that way. So they have about 30 to 45 days to investigate. If the creditor can't prove the mistake, then the bureau must legally wipe it off, like we just talked about, off of your record. And erasing it is just erasing like just one wrongful late payment instantly skyrockets your score. Now this we can handle immediately, fixes within about 30 to 90 days window. This is where we want to bring the heavy artilleries. First off, this is one of my favorite hack right here, is to get an authorized user piggyback. If your family member or somebody you know, a close friend or something like that, immediate friend, has good immaculate, good credit, right? You want to make sure that they have perfect history. You want to make sure that they paying on time, the utilization rate is all of that. You want to ask them if you can add authorization users to their oldest card. You do not need to get a physical card, and you do not need to spend their money. All you need to do at the moment is to add their years of flawless history, get copied and pasted directly onto your credit. It is like instantly inheriting like 10 years of perfect track record. Instantly, like you see this, like it will happen like within less than 30 days. But you got to make sure that they continue to keep that card open. And there's also platforms and websites out there that you can even pay people to do this. But right now we're trying to reduce as much money as possible and earn as much money as possible, so we don't want to go that way. So next is to opt into a free credit boosting service like Experian Boost, like Moneyline. Well, Moneyline is not free, but Experian Boost. Moneyline though, it's a monthly, not exactly. It depends how you use Moneyline. So with Moneyline, you can end up having it for free, and it will increase your credit score, because if you have bad credit, they have this thing where they use what they call it. Oh, I forgot the name of it. It's like basically bank on the internet, right? And you basically can borrow from them and pay it back as you get paid, and it will increase your credit score. So historically, things like your phone bill, your electric bill, and Netflix and subscription like that, it will never really help your credit score. Experian Boost changes that. You link your bank account and scans your time ultimately payment and added them to your FICO profile. It takes about 5 minutes, and it gives them an instant double point to your credit score, instant boost. Finally, if you have old debt holding you back, use the pay or delete negotiation. If the bill went to collection agency, paying it off normally just changes the status of paid collection. Guess what now? A paid collection still damages your score. Instead, write a letter to all agencies saying, I will pay the balances today only if you agree in writing the complete delete collection account from my credit report. So if you have collection on your report, and this is something that I'm learning, going through right now, if you have collection on your report, what you want to do is you want to write to the agency or whoever has that debt. Riding motorcycle, dirt bikes, all that. My bad. One day I'm gonna go out there with the camera. We're gonna see all of that. All right. But so still the pay collection will damage your score. So you have to contact those agencies and make sure they agree that once you paid it, you're gonna pay it off. But once you pay it, that a massive anchor dragging your credit score down vanishes entirely within a month or so. So you make sure that you contact the agency and say, I will pay this balance today only if you agree in writing completely to delete collections that come from my credit report. If they agree, then a massive anchor will be dragging your credit score. That was dragging your credit score down will vanish off your credit score, right? A lot of hacks that I'm learning. So I'm gonna go over some more of these and some other videos and break down some of these other hacks that I kind of mentioned, and how you can use these different platforms to increase your credit score. So while you're doing things, while you're doing everything right to build your credit score, you can absolutely undo all progress if you make 2 fatal mistakes. So we're going to go over these 2 fatal mistakes that you don't want to make and drag your credit score down. I'm telling y'all, these some things that I've learned and that I had to go through, and in order to avoid dragging my credit score down, these are some mistakes that I had to do. Let's say you finally pay off a credit card that you hated. Your instinct might be to, I paid off that credit card. I got good credit right now. let me close all accounts and celebrate. Now, do not close the accounts. Do not close the accounts. Closing the accounts can instantly lower your total value of your credit score, which spikes your utilization ratio. It also cuts your average length of credit history short. Keep the card open, hide it in a drawer, something like that, and let it go to work for you in your favor. Like, I have a credit card that is paid off all the way off, and to the point where I hid the credit card, and I really don't know where I hid it, but I was gonna go contact the bank and see if they can issue me a new one, but I was like, nah, because I don't want to end up starting to use it and then have to pay it, right? So let's talk about mistake number 2. One evil twin is applying for a bunch of new credit cards or loans all at once. Oh, I got some story about this in another video. Every time you submit an application, lenders do a hard inquiry on your report. A single hard inquiry might only drop your credit score by a few points, but if you apply for like 3 or so credit cards in 1 week, the system flags you as a high-risk person and desperately looking for a cash or something like that, and your credit score will start to tank. And it will halt your climb that you're trying to do to 100 points, and it would delay your track. My bad for all the noises. I might have to do another video like this, more indoor, something like that, because it's a lot of things going on right now, right? Got motorcycles, got fire trucks, police cars, ambulance, right? So remember your 100-point checklist. Let's go over it. Pay before your statement date, right? Pay your credit cards before your statement date. Raise your limits. Dispute, report errors, and use authorized user status. So raising your credit card, or not your credit card, raising your credit card limit definitely will help with raising your credit score by 100 points. So raising your credit score by 100 points isn't magic. It is like probability and math, right? It's all about math and using the right ratio. If you execute just 2 of these 3 steps, might as well execute all 3, right? We talked about today, you will start using your numbers moving within a few weeks. Download your credit report tonight and use your statement and go through it. See what's your closing dates. See what's, if anything that was late. See anything that's charged off. See anything that you can, my bad. Alright. See anything. I don't even think that was a car. That was a car. That was like it's a moped. My bad. Alright, so find your statement closing date and control your financial future. See your financial statement dates. See how much you owe. See what you can knock down with using some hacks. See what you can dispute. And if you found this breakdown to be helpful despite the noises and motorcycles and ambulance, help me, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. I'll be doing some more videos like this, and drop a comment below, let me know what's your target, and if you hit your target, what's your target credit score is, and see you in the next video. So alright, hit me, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.